Ladies and gentlemen, this topic is something we've been talking about for far too long, and that topic is mom's boyfriend. We have two situations, two stories that I'm going to talk to you guys about. This is one of them, and this little girl was put in probably one of the worst situations that I've seen, and the worst condition, the worst possible so-called home where they had this little girl living at. And when y'all hear this story, it's probably going to turn your stomachs. But I want to remind you guys, as difficult as it is to listen to what we're talking about, there is nothing more difficult than what these babies and little babies like her actually have to live through. And all I ask you guys to do is just hear this baby's story, okay? This little girl's name, let me see if I can get her name up on here real quick. This little girl's name is 1-year-old Amanda Marie Owens. 1 year old. And I'm going to tell you about this little girl. There was a California man who has been accused of killing his girlfriend's 1-year-old daughter, who police say that they found dead Monday at a motel. Derrick Woods, and let me see if I can get that fool's face up on the screen. That guy right there, that's Derrick Woods, who is 43 years old. 43 years old. I got a lot of questions, but let me go ahead and tell you the story. This man was arrested because what he did was he did something really bad to this little girl. I'm going to give you the details. And then he fled. He ran from the hotel. Okay? So they set out on a manhunt to find him, and they eventually found him. So they arrested him after this manhunt, and that's according to the West Sacramento Police Department. The incident occurred at a place called Sylvie's Hotel. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with Sylvie's Hotel, Silvey''S. That is in California and Sacramento specifically. Let me see if I could show y'all this hotel. Y'all look at this. Y'all look at the pictures of this hotel. Let's get a little bit deeper. I'm going to cover up the whole screen because I want y'all to see exactly what this hotel looks like. And I want y'all to understand that these people were not visiting this hotel. From what I understand, they were living in this nasty hotel. Y'all look at the doors. Look at this. Look like somebody done kicked this door in 50 times over the past 100 years. Y'all are seeing this, right? I'm going to switch through these photos so y'all can see them real nice and big. I'm going to try to leave them up there for a moment so y'all can see. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Y'all can tell this hotel looked like it came out of the apocalypse. Do y'all see this? How many of y'all would stay in a hotel that looks like this? This hotel looks like the place where dreams go to die. Literally and figuratively. Okay? I just want to take up a little bit of the screen so y'all can understand exactly what we're dealing with. This incident occurred at a place called Sylvie's Motel, which probably has a negative 1-star rating, and police say that they were dispatched to look into a welfare check report. There, they found a 1-year-old little girl dead. They did not precisely explain how she died or any alleged motive behind it. They simply said she died from traumatic injuries and that this was a homicide case. This sparked a manhunt for Woods, who was allegedly seen leaving the area on foot. That search ended on Tuesday. West Sacramento police said that they arrested him at a Sacramento residence with the help of Yolo County District Attorney's investigators and local police. She was an angel. Her father, his name is Dion Owens. That's what he said about his daughter. He said, "That's my angel." Friends of Amanda's mother described Woods as the mother's boyfriend. Let me say thank you real quick to her friends who put that information out there, because I'm going to tell y'all, even though this is tragic to the little girl, and I know people feel like they're doing the mother's a service by maybe protecting some of the information so people won't find out who the mom is and harass the mom and make the mom feel guilty. Well, let me tell you guys a little something that might piss you off. Are y'all ready for this? The scenario that I explained of the Thug Zoo, and remember, Thug does not have a color attached to it. I'm not saying Thug Zoo because the dude is black. I'm saying Thug because of the behavior. It's the behavior, not the color, okay? Now, mom, in a scenario like this, likes the Thug Zoo. Mom decides to take her helpless 1-year-old baby to the Thug Zoo and then take the baby and put her inside the Thug lion cage, walk away, and the Thug lion does what the Thug lion does, and it mauls the baby and kills the baby. But yet we're supposed to protect the identity of the mom. We're supposed to give her GoFundMe money. We're supposed to make sure that nobody is able to hold her accountable for putting her daughter in this situation. Let me explain to you guys how bad this really is. Let me pause. If you guys are listening, please click the thumbs up, share the stream, let more people know that we're live if you would. Our goal tonight is at least 400 thumbs up. It's a simple thing to do. I don't ask people to do much except just click the thumbs up. We're at 220 right now, so that number needs to come up really, really quick. I do not want to turn the chat off because I want everybody to be able to chat, but I do need in return for people to click that thumbs up, please, okay? We work very hard to try to bring you guys as much information about these stories as possible, and that's all we ask in return, okay? So thank you guys who have already done it. Let me say this. With the type of help that single mothers get in the United States of America, I don't know how it works around the rest of the world, but in America, if you have a child by any man, it's just as good as being married to that man. Do you know why? Because those mothers get benefits from having those children, which is what we call #babies for benefits. What they get in return, and it's not all, but the majority, what they get is they get child support. They get Section 8 housing. They get food stamps. Some of them get car vouchers. They get energy assistance. They get WIC. They get all types of help. Some of them even get daycare assistance, I've been told, which I didn't realize that, but I guess that makes sense. But there are a lot of things that on top of that, you could also gain control over whatever man that you have that kid by. Those are generally the benefits that women get from having these kids. In a situation where a mother has all of these built-in advantages just from giving birth, and birth is a very difficult thing. I don't want to take that away from the women. Shout out to the women. Shout out any mothers who have given birth. I salute you all for giving life because it's a very difficult thing, and you guys should be praised for being able to give birth. But for the bad ones who have these children for all the wrong reasons and put these children in a disadvantaged situation, you would have to ask yourself, why would this mother be living in a hotel room with a thug criminal? I'm going to say that again. And matter of fact, that's actually the biological father. If y'all want to watch what he has to say about this, I'd love to let y'all hear from the biological father. So shout out to him. With all of the built-in advantages of just having a baby, why would they be living inside of a negative 1-star hotel room? But let me tell you guys a little bit more. Friends of Amanda's mother, described Woods as the mother's boyfriend. Deion Owens said he was in the middle of a custody dispute with the mother at the time of the baby's death. So he was trying to take custody of the baby. Community activist Barry Axius said he had been in touch with the child's mother. Frantic, he told. I mean, she was screaming. My baby's dead. My baby's dead. He's saying that's what the mom said. Amanda's 3-year-old brother is also said to have been found injured and was taken to a hospital, which I did not know. Actually, that's the little boy right there. I didn't even realize I had that picture. So they actually had not one, but 2 children living inside that dirty, nasty, filthy, hourly rate hotel. 2 kids and 2 grown adults. Here's why I call this man a criminal and a thug. Are y'all ready for this? Do y'all want to hear his criminal record? If y'all do, please let me know in the chat. I'd be more than happy to tell you guys why I call that man a criminal. If anybody wants to hear what his rap sheet is, let me know. If you don't, we can skip it. Woods' criminal history includes a 1996 no contest plea, which means you give yourself up to the mercy of the court, nolo contender, aka no contest. He pled no contest in a child abuse case. Go figure, huh? In 1996, he pled no contest to a child abuse case, as well as in 2011, a domestic battery and brandishing a weapon. How about that? Not only on the record has he had an incident that involved a child abuse case, but in 2011, domestic battery and brandishing a weapon. These are things that are pretty easy to find if you do something as simple as, oh yeah, a background check. How is it that we're in 2021 and I've been talking about this stuff since what, 2019? I've been begging these women, begging everybody to do a background check on these men, excuse me. I don't know why my coffin always wants to act up when I start streaming. I've been fine all day. But it's so simple to do a background check, even if you got to pay a little money. Look at it as an investment. You have to invest in yourself, because you look at his face, and I'm sorry, just if you look at his face, the dude don't look like a suitable babysitter. This dude looks like a suitable bunkmate in federal prison. Does he not? You slap some federal colors on that dude and he looks like he'd fit right in. He definitely don't look like he fit in for being father of the year, a good parent, a role model, a mentor, right? He don't have that kind of face. And I'm going to tell y'all, and I want y'all to look at this baby's face. And I want y'all to think about this before y'all go telling me I don't need to cast judgment. This man was around 2 children that do not belong to him. And I want y'all to understand that little girl is less than 12 months old. In less than 12 months, you're already with a new man who's 47 years old, who already has a violent history. And you decide to put both of your children. Matter of fact, the dude almost ended up killing both kids because the other kid also suffered injuries. So another question you would have to ask is this. Hashtag, where was the mom? If they were living in a hotel, they clearly, at this particular hotel, the Sylvie Hotel, they clearly didn't have a whole lot of money. I think that hotel charges what, like $9.99 a night or something like that? $10 to get you a night at that hotel. At least it looks like it. But where was mom that she had to leave these helpless, defenseless babies in that nasty rat shack? And on top of that, what makes this even more egregious, the biological father was actually available to take his kids. I'm going to say that again. When y'all ask what a biological father is, he was actually trying to take custody of the kids. And the mom refused custody. The mom fought him for custody, would not let him see his kids, but she'll let her shitty ass jail-bound boyfriend be around these kids all day long and he ended up killing them. How about that? Let me give you guys the fair usage. Let's take a look at the news videos. Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without the authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use. It is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107. And by the way, one of these videos actually has the biological father's interview, so we're going to listen to all of them. So here we go. And let me say thank you to one of our people in the chat, one of our good friends, one of our great friends, Leanne Engel, who is always showing love. And let me point out what she said. She said, background checks is one of the many things I learned from Jay, from me. And Leanne, I got to say, not only thank you for posting that, but thank you for always finding it in your heart and in your budget to donate. And I thank you so much for putting that message in the chat so everybody can see that we are learning something together. But thank you very much for sharing that.
Well, I can tell you that the families involved with this case are absolutely devastated today. Now, I spoke with the father's side of the family, who is actually in the process of fighting for custody for the one-year-old girl before this all happened. Now, they say they believe this could have been prevented.
She was an angel. That's my angel.
Dion Owens identified one-year-old Amanda Marie Owens as his daughter. West Sacramento police say she was found dead from what they're calling traumatic injuries at Sylvie's Motel around noon on Monday.
Well, I was hoping that my daughter would be okay and I could come and take her like I want to, like I was trying to do. But I found out that she was dead.
Owens said he had been going through a custody battle with Amanda's mother when this all happened.
I'm just angry. There's no other word. I can't feel nothing else but anger. I'm not sad. I'm mad.
Amanda's aunt, Edith Isom, believes this could have all been prevented.
But still, at the same time, you don't keep your baby from getting no real love, you know? And she would have been safe with us if she would have. That would have never happened, ever.
Neighbors at the motel tell us they believe the mother of the one-year-old had been staying there for a few weeks now with her other 3-year-old son.
2 days ago, she was jumping around and running from her brother, and you know, today it's sad.
But she says she had never seen the suspect, 43-year-old Derrick Woods, around the motel and doesn't have any idea why he was there in the first place.
I don't know why he would do that to those kids. There's no woman or no man that important to hurt your kids about, you know?
Now, police say there was also a 3-year-old involved with this incident, a stepbrother of the girl who was killed, who is being treated for his injuries over at the UC Davis Medical Center, and we're told that he is expected to be okay. Now, we're also told that the father's side of the family will be holding a vigil here at the motel where this all happened, coming up tonight at 6 o'clock. Back to you.
Lena, have we heard from the mother at all, or what connection there might have been to this suspect?
At this point in time, that information is just not clear. We're not really sure what that connection was at this.
And that's what I hate that the news does. They say, we really don't have any idea. Well, now you guys know that's why you watch my channel. Because if I present a story, there's a good chance that I'm going to know. That was mom's boyfriend. That's the connection, since the news don't have enough nuts and ovaries to tell you the damn truth. That was mom's boyfriend. And look at them with these damn balloons. Told y'all, stop releasing balloons. Have a candlelit vigil, do something, but stop just buying all those balloons and you think it's a good idea and it's really not, because all you're doing is just littering.
Hey. Hello.
Hello. Hi, baby.
Now at 4, video you'll see only on CBS 13 as a manhunt for an accused baby killer comes to an end. Thanks so much for joining us, everyone. I'm Elizabeth Kling.
And I'm Curtis Manning. The suspect cuffed at a Sacramento apartment on Oakmont. This after the beating death of a 1-year-old who family identifies as Amanda Owens. Her body discovered yesterday at a motel in West Sacramento. And now her toddler brother, also beaten, is in the hospital. CBS 13's Renee Santos is live with the investigation.
Yeah, we're learning that that baby girl's little brother as well is being treated at UC Davis Hospital, but this is the motel where those children were found just...
Okay, let's take a pause real quick. I don't mind doing this while we're live. So give me a moment. Let's keep going.
Hours ago, Derrick Woods was taken into custody after a manhunt for his whereabouts. And
Stop releasing damn balloons.
I just spoke to West Sacramento police, who tell me there are no other suspects in this investigation.
But I feel for that lady with her baby.
The mother of Derrick Woods in tears over the death of a 1-year-old baby girl and her 3-year-old brother, whose injuries to his body were so bad. He's now in the hospital in serious condition.
They don't deserve this. And that baby did not deserve this.
Video you'll see only on CBS 13 shows the aftermath of an hours-long manhunt for Woods, following a violent homicide in West Sacramento where that baby girl was found dead. Her family identifies her as Amanda Marie Owens. The video shows multiple agencies, including West Sacramento Police and the U.S. Marshals, continuing their investigation after tracking down Woods at this Oakmont Street apartment. Woods' aunt is shocked over the allegations.
What really happened to the kids? How did it occur?
An innocent 1-year-old girl now gone, and her brother now fighting to survive following a horrific discovery at a West Sacramento motel. The video shows multiple agencies. And we've been digging deeper into Woods' criminal history that dates back to the 1990s. Coming up at 5, what we're learning.
Police in West Sacramento are searching for this man right now, 43-year-old Derrick Woods. It all comes after a 1-year-old was found dead.
This is happening along West Capitol Avenue, and ABC 10's Giacomo Luca is joining us live with the very latest. Giacomo.
Well, Madison and Chris, this is the scene tonight here at Sylvie's Hotel. It's very quiet, and
I want y'all to look at how nasty that hotel is.
The police tape has since been brought down, but multiple neighbors that live at this motel or staying at this motel say that police were investigating inside number 41 of this motel earlier today, and they described what happened inside as something nothing short of traumatic.
I want y'all to keep in mind that the mom and her 2 kids and the boyfriend were living in that hotel. How do you even do that when Section 8 is at least available? That would have at least put you in a house or an apartment. Maybe this mom just didn't even try. I don't know. But let's keep going.
When our officers arrived on scene, they found a deceased 1-year-old child.
The child died of what's being described as traumatic injuries, though authorities haven't released how the child died.
This is absolutely a traumatic event for anybody involved.
Now the department's launching a hunt for the suspect, 43-year-old Derrick Woods. Police say
I'm sorry, but if you gotta stay at the Sylvie Hotel, you need your ass whooped. Seriously. Anybody out there who absolutely needs to stay at the Sylvie Hotel for $9.99 a night needs to get ass whooped. I don't care if you just staying there by yourself. If all the hotels were filled and there weren't no hotels, sleep in your damn car. Why would you sleep at a nasty ass hotel that was built in the 1700s? I don't understand that.
Woods knew the child but wouldn't go into more detail.
If somebody from the public sees Mr. Woods, please call the police, call your local agency.
Now, police do say that that suspect is considered dangerous. If you see him, you're urged not to contact him, but to contact police. Back to you.
That hotel looked like it was built during the Great Depression or something. I don't know, man. That's just disgusting.
Well, we've spoken with a couple people staying here at Sylvie's Motel in West Sacramento, and although no one wanted to appear on camera this evening, they did tell me that all of this happened at one of the rooms in the corner of the motel unit at the end of the parking lot where police spent much of the day today investigating. A disturbing discovery at Sylvie's Motel in West Sacramento. Police doing a welfare check at one of the rooms found a 1-year-old child dead from apparent traumatic injuries. An arrest warrant now out for this man, 43-year-old Derrick Woods. Police say he was last seen taking off from the motel on foot. He's wanted in connection to the baby's death. Police can't say what.
And let me answer a question. Somebody in the chat asked, why didn't the baby daddy take this info to the courts? He did. To answer your question, he did. And guess there was a bullet hole in the door. That's why I'm saying if anybody stays there, there's no reason for any human being to live in those hotels. I wouldn't let my damn dog live in that hotel overnight. Wouldn't do it. But yeah, the biological father was actually already going to court to gain custody of his kid. And unfortunately, the process took too long. And the boyfriend, the thug lion, got to this baby because mom continued to put her child in dangerous situations rather than just give the baby up to the dad. That's just sick, man. Let's keep going, though.
Woods' relationship is to the child, only that he's not unknown to the baby. They're also not able to talk about other family members who might have known about or seen what led up to the child's death. At this point, police are trying to get help from the public in finding Woods.
If somebody from the public sees Mr. Woods, please call the police, call your local agency. That way we can go out and contact him. He's considered wanted at this point in association with a violent felony.
Right now, an all-out manhunt for an alleged child killer in West Sacramento. The suspect seen here, 43-year-old Derrick Woods.
The victim, a 1-year-old baby girl, seen here, found dead in a motel on West Capitol Avenue. Police say the child suffered traumatic injuries. Her brother was also seriously injured.
CBS 13's Anna Giles is live there tonight.
Okay. We got another person in the chat, and like I said, I'll just address it if I see you guys say something that I want to address. But if you guys would, we are at 352 thumbs up. If y'all would, please click the thumbs up. Our goal is 400. I think we have enough people in here watching right now to easily take us over our goal. So if you have come in the chat and you're typing, if you have not clicked the thumbs up, I'm asking, please click the thumbs up. It will help share our stream and let more people know that we're live. But if you would, do that for me so I don't have to repeat it so often, okay? So y'all click that thumbs up. But let me say this. Somebody in the chat said, not everyone can afford the best hotels. Remember, I told you guys, and now y'all get to see it, there's always somebody who comes in my comment section that makes an excuse for what I just said that was actually factual. The mother has every opportunity to not allow this to happen, including the biological father asking for time with his daughter. And then eventually he said, you know what, I'm going to just take her legally, and took the mom to court to try to get his daughter. There was no reason for this little girl to be living in a hotel when the dad was actively trying to get his kid. That's not even a debate. That's not something you can debate at all, because that's a fact. But think about this. Thank you, April MG. I want you to look at what April MG wrote. April MG said the very logical thing. Why have kids if you can't afford a better hotel or the best hotels? This ain't even the Motel 6. This is the Sylvie Hotel. Bullet holes in the windows. The door looked like it been kicked in 155 times. It was built in the 1700s. This hotel don't even have a roof on it. Did y'all see the roof? Matter of fact, let me show y'all a picture of this roof again. And y'all tell me, I want y'all to just tell me, because maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I'm not looking at this right. Y'all look at that roof and y'all tell me that this hotel has a suitable roof on it. Huh? Hello, somebody talk to me. Is anybody clicking the thumbs up? Can y'all hear me at all? Look at this roof. Look at this picture. Do I need to break out my trusty whiteboard and show you guys the condition of this roof? Huh? I don't mind. If y'all can't see it, maybe you might be a little visually challenged like I am. I'm visually challenged. I want y'all to take a look at this roof. And y'all thought I was lying. Y'all thought DJ was exaggerating. Look at the roof. They don't have a roof. And in normal society, we don't call that a roof. That is a danger. That needs to be replaced. That needs to be fixed. But guess what? The Sylvie Hotel ain't gonna fix that. Just like they're not gonna fix nothing else in that room. Y'all get my point? That's not safe to have children there. So why would you have children? Nobody's forcing you to lay down and procreate, have kids, get pregnant, not only once, but twice. Why didn't she stop at her son? Because she knew that she didn't have enough money to stay in a place other than the Mosey Wozy. Huh? But maybe I'm just asking too many logical things. But let's keep going.
Begin tonight with unanswered questions and lingering pain after a 1-year-old baby girl was killed at a West Sacramento motel. Tonight, the homicide suspect is behind bars and the family is grieving.
CBS 13's Laura Hafley is live with the baby's family speaking out tonight. Laura.
As you said, the West Sacramento Police Department has arrested the man they say is responsible for the brutal murder of 1-year-old Amanda Marie Owens, whose family tonight gathered in memoriam for their loved one at the same motel the 1-year-old may have taken her last breath.
You know what? And let me say thank you, Diane. Diane did ask a good question. I want y'all to remember, not only did this little girl die, but she was also around her little brother, or excuse me, her bigger brother, who was still a little bitty kid. He was abused also, but he actually survived his injuries. And it makes me wonder, if the man fled on foot, then did this man leave the dead 1-year-old baby girl with her older brother, and he saw his little baby sister laying there dead? Because where was the mom in all of this? That's actually a really good question. Makes my stomach hurt thinking about it.
Just 1 year on Earth, but still, Amanda Marie Owens had a reputation for smiling.
When I got to see her, she was happy.
She's just perfect.
Exactly how her family is choosing to remember her.
There's no word for this.
A painful loss for Amanda's father, Dion, after his little girl was brutally murdered at Sylvie's Motel on Monday.
I understand what people be talking about when, they lost a kid.
Amanda's 3-year-old brother, Elijah Washington, was also severely beaten in the same motel room but survived. The man who may be responsible, Derrick Woods, West Sacramento Police Department took him into custody Tuesday afternoon.
And I know my son did not do this, and I feel for him.
Despite Annette Woods' faith.
Oh my gosh. You gonna bring your old decrepit ass out there? I didn't even realize what she was saying. I want you guys to think about this. I just happened to listen to the video. This man, this dude, hold on, how old is he? Derrick Woods, this dude is 43 years old, and his mama came out and said that he didn't do this. Because you know why? Because Oz didn't raise him like that. Right, Mom? I'm sure that you didn't raise him like that. That boy would never hurt no babies. Even though he has a violent criminal record, including in 1996, he actually gave himself up to the court in a child abuse case in 1996, as well as domestic battery and brandishing a weapon charges in 2011. But I guess he didn't do that either, huh? He didn't do that. He didn't do that.
Woods, West Sacramento Police Department took him into custody Tuesday afternoon.
And I know my son.
Listen to this woman. You was like, how old are you? Get your old ass out of here. Why would you get on TV and interview when they got proof? They had a manhunt for your son. Everybody's already confirmed it. The mom confirmed it. The baby dad confirmed it. The friends confirmed it. Come on, man.
Woods, West Sacramento Police Department took him into custody Tuesday afternoon.
Listen to his mama.
And I know my son did not do this. And I feel for him.
Despite Annette Woods' faith in her own son, Sac County court records show Woods has a list of priors dating back to the 90s that include felony child abuse and domestic battery.
Derrick's not that type of person. It's two sides to the story.
But in this nightmare, there's one side that will never be told.
She didn't get to know everybody. She didn't get to know life.
She actually said there are two sides to every story. Okay, Grandma. Okay. So who murdered the kids? It was either the mom or your son. The kids, unless she's gonna come out, you know how y'all come on, y'all AFC, y'all know how they do. They always come out and say the kids did it to themselves, right? I'm sure the kids were probably walking and they tripped and fell off of something and broke their neck. I'm pretty sure that's how it happened, right? They were probably standing on top of the roof or something, I don't know, playing with frisbees and fell over backwards. That's how this little girl died, right? She didn't die of blunt force trauma of being beat by a grown-ass man. There are two sides to every story. Can y'all believe that?
Court records show Woods has a list of priors dating back to the 90s that include felony child abuse and domestic battery.
Derrick's not that type of person. It's two sides to the story.
But in this nightmare, there's one side that will never be told.
She didn't get to know everybody. She didn't get to know life.
A friend close to the family tells us Amanda's 3-year-old brother, who survived the attack, is in the custody of Child Protective Services.
All right, such a sad case. Thanks, Laura.
And we start with a manhunt for an alleged baby killer coming to an end.
And I want y'all to remember, whenever the family comes out and says stuff like that, my show, thank you so much. Let's go ahead and get you out of here. But I want y'all to think about this. It's very easy to see how much these people care about these children. I want y'all to notice that none of those two people came out and said that they feel bad for the little kid and they hope to get justice for that kid. They came out and said, nah, my son is innocent. He would never do something like that. There are two sides to every story. Did you hear them say anything about the babies, about the two children that were abused and beaten? I've been doing this for so long, so maybe it's just easy for me to see this and hear this. Those women, those old-ass decrepit mothers, you would think because they're mothers, maybe they can relate to what this mother went through in losing her child and almost losing her other son. But no, they have no empathy. They have no compassion. They said it's two sides to every story, and my son didn't do this. Damn.
Police are searching for a man accused of killing an infant at a West Sacramento.
Well, behind us here at Sylvie's Motel in West Sacramento, there are family and friends that are lighting candles. They're listening to music and posting up photos in memorial of that 1-year-old girl who was killed this week.
What happened here in West Sacramento?
That's the press conference with the police. It's a little bit long. I'm going to go ahead and skip that. Let me give y'all my closing thoughts. My closing thoughts about this is I want you guys to remember what my purpose is. Can y'all see this shirt? This shirt, even though it's a little small on me, it says, "Babies' lives matter." And children's lives have to matter first. Okay? This was a horrible situation for these children to be living in that hotel. If you don't have enough money and this is the only hotel that you could be living in, then you shouldn't have the kids. You shouldn't have given birth to the kids. And also, shame on her, man. Shame on her. We'll come back to her here in a minute. But if you don't have money to live in anything better, then why were you fighting the biological father for custody? You could have just gave your kids to him. He can do better than I can do. I need to get myself together. I can't afford better. So why not just let the dad, why fight the dad? You know what we're going to do? We're going to fight the dad, but then turn around and let the boyfriend who has a violent criminal history against children, yeah, let's leave our kids around him. And the mom couldn't have been there because there's only two scenarios. Either the mom was there and allowed this to happen, she watched and saw it and didn't say anything, or the mom wasn't there and she left her kids in the hands of a potential killer that ended up murdering these kids. That's the only two things that could have happened. We have to start holding the people who are putting these children in these situations accountable. The reason why it seems to always fall at the feet of the women, because the majority of these children who are born outside of the social construct of marriage, when we're not having kids in a marriage, that means we just got a bunch of baby mamas and baby daddies running around. And the chances is that mom is going to end up being the custodial parent naturally. When she walks out of the hospital, she's going to have a kid, not the dad. The only reason that the dads usually end up getting custody is if the dads are just crappy, unfit parents. Excuse me, I said that wrong. The only reason, let me back up, let me retract that. The only reason that the mothers would lose custody is if they're crappy and unfit parents. I said that wrong. And the dads have to be like pristine, perfect, and also have to prove how bad the mom is just to get visitation and custody in a lot of these cases. But boyfriends, they get all the access they want to these kids. And if this man was willing to beat that little girl like that, I don't even want to think about, I don't even want to imagine what else that man probably did with those kids while he was left with those kids by himself. That dude needs to be thrown under the jail. That dude don't even need a trial. But in this country, he's going to get a trial. And I hope that they sentence him to the furthest extent of the law. Again, Derrick Woods, I believe, based on the evidence that's been presented, that he's guilty. And like I say, both of those parents should be guilty alone just for staying at Sylvie's Motel. What a nasty, unfit place. That place needs to be torn down. It shouldn't even be in business. Let me end it by saying this. That little girl right there, I'm going to put some respect on her name. Her name is 1-year-old Amanda Marie Owens. Such a beautiful little baby. I can't imagine, and there is nothing that this little baby could have done to deserve a demise like that, to be put in a situation like that, to not be given a fair chance in this life. This baby deserved every opportunity to grow up and become something great. And I feel so bad for the biological father, which is that gentleman over there on the right-hand side. He did the right thing. And it sucks that when we ask our men, and I want y'all to hear me on this, we ask our men to do the right thing. Don't go beating up mama's boyfriend. Don't go acting a fool. Don't go walking off on your kid. Y'all ask for these dudes to fight for their kids. That's exactly what he did. He went to court. He was doing the right thing, just like a man by the name of Michael Garrett in Cuyahoga County, Ohio, who was fighting for legal custody of Anaya Day Garrett. But Sierra Day and her boyfriend Deontay Lewis decided to murder that little girl 4 days before their court date. And you have to ask yourself, when a father does everything right that he's supposed to do legally, what else is he supposed to do? And I feel bad for him, But I feel even worse for this baby because she is a beautiful baby with an awesome smile. And baby Amanda could have grown up to become anything. And I'm sad that she was robbed of that opportunity. And it really breaks my heart. And I get really worked up about these cases because I just see the awesome potential in these kids. I see my daughter in these kids. I am a father and I love my daughter. And shout out to my daughter, by the way, which she better be asleep. But I love my daughter so much. And every time I see these little babies, it reminds me of when my daughter was that small. And they depend on us for everything. And all I'm asking for the world to do is just, we got to do better by these kids. We got to protect them. We have to give them a voice. The AFC, this is not a me thing. This is a we thing. Us together. We all have to give them a voice, and we all have to speak out and advocate for children like Amanda and so many more. We have to advocate for them first, okay? We're going to continue to dedicate our platform to these babies until we can make these demons stop hurting our children, okay? I want to thank you guys so much for listening with an open mind and an open heart. Thank you so much.